Monday recap today. Got fucked on today. Should I have gotten fucked on? No. Today was simple, really fucking simple, and I fucked it up. But um let's go over the trades. So number one, high time frame, we're in a buy model, bullish. We sweep out this first high I want to see swept. We displace above it. ES doesn't, but NQ does. NQ is the target I want anyways. We retrace into this 5 minute fair value gap right here. Let me mark it a little better. Yeah, 5 minute for value gap. We tap into it. We get this 1 minute inverse. Super easy. I just wait for the wick of the next candle. That's a short position. Fucking retard, bro. Wait for the wick. Stops below here. And then TP was this high. Super, super easy trade, right? But I had to take out my position. Why? Because of 10 a.m. news. In this scenario, right? Also, I was just break even just because we displaced above these highs and we displaced above these highs again. This big retrace was not needed, bro. Like there was no reason for us to, we didn't even tap into this gap. This is the only reason why I would want to see us retrace. If you look on 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, there's this 4 minute gap right here. That's the only thing I expect to retrace. It should not come that fucking low. So that was super unfortunate. And then what happened was we had this little 1 minute right here, and I would have entered on this inverse, but right after that candle was 10 a.m. news. So I can't get in on that. And then everything else, it just went to the draw. So now that we're at that draw, right? Um, I see this, right? We come up, we sweep this high, we come back down, we fill in the balance, and then we inverse this gap. And we get really fucking close to this high. So I'm like, okay, we're at least guaranteed going to this high and probably just gonna go to these highs. Um, so I at least want to see this high. So we get that inverse, but it's way too high for me. And but we open up this 1 minute for value gap. So I enter when it enters that 1 minute for value gap, expecting that to hold, and then we just sell off. Whatever. That's fine. One reason that it might have done that, um, honestly, yeah, I really have nothing. It's just because we just swept this liquidity pool and we haven't like displaced above a high yet. First, I'd want to see displacement above the high after liquidity was swept, and then I'll be confident that the draw is higher. So I should have waited for that, but it's whatever. We come back down, we're bearish, but I'm still bullish long term, so I don't really care too much. And then we have a 15-minute gap that we create. And we are definitely due for some sort of retrace. So this 15-minute gap is filled, and we also have an SMT at these lows. ES also tapping into a separate 15-minute gap. And then as soon as this SMT is put in, as soon as ES sweeps that low, we get initial displacement. Um, and we inverse this 1 minute gap. Yes, there's a 1 minute gap right here, but just because of how good this setup is, where we finally retrace a decent amount. We're inside a 15-minute gap and we have an SMT and we got immediate displacement inversing this 1 minute gap. I just expect this to inverse and this to inverse too. So I ended up entering off of retracement of the next candle and I put my stops, I'm pretty sure right there. And yeah, you can just imagine how tight I was that I took this loss. This loss, just wasn't displaced with the high. And this loss, is it earlier? Yes, but I was confident it was going higher. What did it do? It ended up going fucking higher. It's probably gonna go to this high even. Um, I do expect it to actually. But uh yeah, it just my stop was a little bit too close. I should have had my stop at least at the bottom of this candle. Um, which does suck a lot. But biggest thing is, I took 3 trades today, but I only took two losses. One was break even. Um, I'm happy the amount of trades I took. I got off after three, after my two losses, and I'm mostly happy with the trades I took. The second one, was honestly a little iffy. Probably should have waited for a high time from gap, like 5 minute or like 3 minute at least, not a 2 minute. But I don't know. I just really like the reaction because we came to that 2 minute, immediately wicked up, inverse with displacement, and opened up that 1 minute for that gap. Like that looked a little free to me. But yeah, first trade right here, perfect. Nothing wrong with that. It's just 10 a.m. news kind of fucked. Second trade, same what I just said. And then third trade, yes, it was early, but in my opinion, there was nothing wrong with this trade getting in this early. If I had the confidence, which I did, um, it's just unfortunate that I did not keep my stop where it needed to be. So when I have these 1 minute gaps, keep it at the lowest, but like the 1 minute gap, keep it at the low of that candle that is in that 1 minute gap. Um, Thing is too, I would have entered on that inverse right there. That this is where my ad would have been because I saw this come down. I was still in the trade, and I was like, okay, if we inverse this gap right here, I'll add them to my position, move my stop to wherever the low is, which is like right there. And yeah, but it was at max drawdown for the day, so could not do that. And the only reason was because I wanted to enter the trade, right? So I was like, okay, let me just enter real quick, see if I still have like enough to enter on. And I did, but then I ended up going down. So I took out immediately just because, I didn't actually plan on being that trade yet because I didn't inverse yet. And then that brought me to my daily loss. So yeah, very, very annoying day today, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy it's happening on my eval because I know when I get to my funded and I make these mistakes, it's gonna be even worse. So, am I mad about my performance today? Oh yeah, 100%. But like I don't know. I see myself improving still, and obviously there still needs more improvement. And I thought I was ready, but guess I'm not. It's not like I lost the account though. I still have um. I'm only down 800, only 800 in drawdown, I believe. Oh my God, no. Never mind. Huh. I'm like 1.5K in drawdown. So I have 1K left in the account to pass it. So honestly, tomorrow I will probably be trading that 1K. And if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, then boohoo, I'll get another account. But yeah, just slowly learning from all these mistakes. And yeah, that was a pretty fucking shitty Zoom thing, but I needed to get that out of my head and talk it out, whatever. So glad I got it done, stay consistent.